Terence Crawford. Who has the better shot of beating Tim Tszyu at 154? What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red Sports. Let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, Tim Tszyu recently gave an interview, and he spoke about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and the potential of fighting one or both of those guys here in the near future. He has to get past Sebastian Fundora first. Very tall, very awkward fighter. But my question is, which one of those guys, Spence or Crawford, has the better shot of beating Tim Tszyu if he wins? I just want to break all that down, give my 5,000 nipples for anybody left.
That's an opportunity to become a great, for sure. Yeah, if once the opportunity arises for Crawford, then that's going to be a war. In my opinion, I think Spence was, I don't know, didn't look the same, in my opinion. From the get-go, he was off balance, maybe weight trained. But what is it now? March, yeah? April, May. Yeah, it's sweet, man. Yeah, I've had 4 fights in 12 months, part of the plan.
Alright, so Tim Tszyu, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. What's really going on?
God damn you, Bernice! Oh.
So, Tim Tszyu spoke about Errol and Terence in his recent interview, and he gave a lot of praise to both guys.
And I can say this because you're my friend. I believe I'm developing some man boobs.
Really gave a lot of praise to Terence Crawford. Said Terence Crawford and him would be a war of a fight. But he also said that, and he said this in the past, that he feels like Errol Spence wasn't himself.
What did you say, nigga?
When he fought Terence Crawford. And he feels like that Spence is going to come back better than ever. He also said that he feels like Errol Spence was off balance, from round 1 to the end of that fight. So there was obviously something going on with Spence. And I definitely agree. And when you compare both of those guys to a guy like Tim Tszyu, and you start to think about, well, who has the better shot at beating Tim Tszyu if he gets past Fundora? I think that's a very loaded question, and most people will say, well, if you base it off last performances, which both of those guys fought each other as their last fight, you would have to ride with Terence Crawford if you're looking at it off of a last performance.
Man, this is some bullshit!
Because Terence Crawford dominated Errol. But when you think about it logically and you say, okay, well, if Errol Spence had some type of injury during that fight, or had altitude sickness or rib injury, or fell down and scraped his knee before the fight, or he went and smoked something he shouldn't have, whatever happened before that fight, it happened. Something happened. We will probably never know the exact cause, even though everybody has their opinion on it. Something happened before that fight. So if you give Terence Crawford his credit for winning, even though, he beat a lesser version of Spence, and you say, okay, let's reset everything. Terence Crawford got his victory, Errol Spence got his loss, but both guys are 100% now, and who would actually win that fight at 100%, Terence Crawford or Errol Spence? I would have to say that Errol Spence has the better shot, only because he's been at 154 before.
What'd you just say? You sick sons of bitches. I hope that both of you have sons, handsome, beautiful, and they have their legs taken away. I mean, I pray you know that pain and that hurt.
It would not be his first rodeo at 154 pounds, where Terence Crawford has never been past 147 in his career. So everything's new at this point for Terence Crawford when it comes to moving up in weight. So, based off of that, I would say that Errol Spence has the better shot of beating Tim Tszyu because he's already been there before. He's already known what it's like to carry that weight. Naturally, the bigger of those two guys, naturally, a power puncher, naturally breaks fighters down like Tim Tszyu and others. He just didn't have success with Terence Crawford. And, me personally, I would give Spence a real high probability of beating Tim Tszyu. I give Terence Crawford a good 80% of beating Tim Tszyu. I would say if you had to give him a percentage, I would say he's got an 80% shot out of 100.
Don't try this at home.
And I would say that Tim Tszyu would have to do everything wrong to lose that fight. But I think that because Errol Spence is a bigger, stronger, and known for breaking fighters down, this is the reason why I say he would have a better opportunity. Plus, we don't know what version of Spence we're going to get. This is why I wanted to see the rematch before I saw either one of those guys move on with their career, because in the rematch, we would know definitively, was it Terence Crawford's skills that beat Errol Spence, or was it Errol Spence that beat Errol Spence? And now we're going to have to see, one or both of these guys fight somebody else. And if Errol Spence wins, then, hey, how do you even determine what was the cause of him taking that loss to Terence Crawford?
Why you hit me like that?
Either it was Terence Crawford or Errol Spence wasn't himself.
Wealth is not money. Wealth is love, period.
I mean, we gotta know where his money going to.
These motherfuckers that couldn't get girls when they was young, that got bullied when they was kids, that maybe people didn't think they were so attractive, this is like their revenge.
I mean, we gotta know where his money going to.
I don't need no money to get a girl. Like, I'm the same dang broke.
I mean, we gotta know where his money going to.
And it's corny to me to hold money if you got dreams. All that shit got to go on the street till you get it. But like, if you a dude that walks around showing people your bank account, then that means you're trying to buy friends.
I mean, we gotta know where his money going to.
I look at people for who they are, not for how much money in the bank.
I mean, we gotta know where his money going to.
You should never be worried about what somebody got in the bank, unless you're trying to rob them.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me. Share, subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. But you're more than likely to get a response on the tube, so holler at me over there. If you want to collab or feature a product of your channel on my channel, feel free to hit my Gmail, because it is flockofcards@gmail.com. And we are
Slowest keys off in this bitch, it's on. Big cheese in my pocket, that's provolone. Chip on my shoulder bone, and I'm going strong. Step back, all your nose is gone. No pills, still I'm rolling on. I'm doing about 100. How I kick it, you would think I pun it. And plus I'm way past granted. You niggas is out of order. Got a bitch named Fergie finna meet me about a butter with a 20-watt order. But that's another story. It really ain't important. You really can't afford it. So I'ma dumb it down, keep it on the surface. But I will holla at you if you wanna make a purchase. I got niggas selling movies, I got bitches selling purses, and chicks off in school studying to be nurses. I'm something that you rarely see, like a cranberry tree. Money, will you marry me? Knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga. Cause I hustle, 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 cause I hustle for real. You can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga. Cause I hustle, 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 cause I hustle for real, for real. Nigga, listen here. One look at the Ninja Turtle bud and your eyelids disappear. Mixed breed out of your league. Take a puff, now you can't breathe. Roll up my sleeves, roll up my weed, roll up and leave. As quick as I came, I be getting it, man. Even if you're hot, bet I'm more warm. And money's on my mind like a unicorn horn. You a player, then you get your uniform torn. Dress your bitch up like a waitress, uniform porn. And nigga, you been forewarned. But here's another caution, motherfucker, I'm house. You can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga. Cause I hustle, 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 cause I hustle for real. You can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga, you can't knock a nigga. Cause I hustle, 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 cause I hustle for real.